So ONT Ontology support is ending in Exodus Wallet somewhat soon. So today I want to look into what we should do. If you've got some ONT, you've got some Ontology, maybe you've got some ONTG, is that what it's called? Ontology gas. If you're staking Ontology within Exodus, you should know that maybe it's the time to start maneuvering the ONT, swapping it. We'll look into it. We're going to discover just a couple of things up front before we get too deep into it. I am still streaming with my phone, my iPhone. Far out. Sorry, I'm also in a bit of pain right here, right now. I'll explain that in a second. But yeah, I'm still using the iPhone as my stream camera. I have sent the GH5 out to be repaired with Panasonic. That went out yesterday. Now it is Good Friday today, Easter Saturday, Easter Sunday, Good Monday. No, Easter Monday. I don't think anything will happen until midway through next week sometime. But so for the time being, we're using the iPhone 70,000 for a streaming camera. iPhone 15, 16, whatever the current one from last year is. I think it's the 15, right? 15 Pro Max, 16 Pro Max. And so, yeah, we're doing a stream here. Another thing I want to hit on, and we can talk about this later on once we've discovered the ontology situation, Beam Stream has opened up monetization. That is pretty cool. I applied, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not too sure what the requirements will be, but we'll see. We'll see. So we are streaming across the stratosphere. You can chat wherever you damn well please. I will see it, hopefully. Yeah, I'm here for the love of the game. Also, I do think, so in the last, say, 3 or 4 weeks when we've been streaming, there has been a couple of times that my internet has dropped. Now, here's what I think was happening. Because this is a fiber connection, there's no dramas with keeping the connection up. It's worked seamlessly. It's worked flawlessly and seamlessly, and therefore seamlessly for so long that it's not my internet when it drops. But what I think it might be, my internet comes in through Ethernet, and I do have a gigabit Ethernet adapter here, Type C machine, but I don't use it because I also have the CalDigits T3, and I've got a T3 Plus and a T4 CalDigit. Yo, Botrix, how you doing? And so what I think's happening, because my internet goes into the CalDigit T3, I think, and again, not 100% certain, I think what was going on was that I was using an inefficient cable to add my T3 to the setup. And so I went back to using the T3 cable, the CalDigit TS3. So the cable run, I do have, it's a pretty beefy Type C cable, like a real thick one. I don't know why that wouldn't work, but I just swapped it back out to the original, and it's a bit shorter. That one's a little shorter. Maybe that's why it might be better, but we'll see. And if that fails, if we get internet drops, I'll use the dongle. So the other thing too, I'm in a bit of pain here. Ouchie mama. I went surfing today. I guess we can do this now. Yeah, you know what? We'll do this now because then I can run the clip and it'll give you guys time to get into the stream as well. No one's here right now. Why is my AC just stuttering and stumbling? I'm really not in a great shape here. So the swell's really big off the front here. Way too big for my abilities. I saw 3 dudes out this morning. One of them snapped their board. I don't know how that happened. I didn't see the snappage, but I saw them come in and I was like, what are they doing? And they came in with a broken board. One guy paddled out for like what seemed like 25 minutes. Hectic paddle, real big swell, real heavy. So I went into the bay looking for a quieter wave into Jarvis Bay. So that opens sort of, I guess it opens sort of south, I suppose. And if there's a southerly swell, it does come into the bay, and you can pick up waves at Husky. You can pick up waves at the Myola side of Husky. And well, I went down there to have a look, and it was tiny, right? So I was like, oh, that's lame. So then I went to Kalala Bay. There's a break there called Lefts, and it's a point break. And I've never surfed it before, but there were 3 dudes out, and there was somewhat good waves coming through. So I ended up going out there, and I took a tumble on my first wave and hit the reef, and I cut up my arm. I guess I can undo this at some point. It's been covered up. I'll take this off. I probably should open it to the air. I've got all disinfectant and stuff on there, but damn. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should leave it. So the thing is, it's a substantial gash or a gouge out of my flesh gouge. Took a hole through the wetsuit. Hit me on the back as well. I guess I can show you. Up there. Got me up there. Got me on the foot as well. Up there, show feet. Got me up there. Got me up there. Cut my hand as well. Got a cut there and there. But that's definitely the main pain. And what happened was it smashed so hard onto the reef that the pain I'm feeling now is not the cut. I'm not feeling pain from the cut. I'm feeling pain from like the impact, it's like a bone bruise. Like it's just must have just gone donk and donked so hard that it actually perforated the wetsuit and the skin. So I'm not in a good way right now. I haven't taken any painkillers. I do have a homebrew in the freezer. I feel like I should take some painkillers because just as I began this stream, I had to set this camera up and I had to lift my arm up high. And I was like, dude, that's really painful to lift up. When I got back here, I dug in and cleaned it all out with a... what do we even call them? Americans call them Q-tips. Cotton bud, right? I got in there and I just dug around and yeah, that was a bit painful, but I dug in and made sure there's none of the reef left in there, none of the wetsuit left in there, just so it's all clean. I washed it all out. Then I disinfected it. And then I just got the flap of skin that's not where it's meant to be and pushed it back up like a stitch. I pushed the skin back up and then I just put the bandage on. Yo, Amrex, how you doing, man? G'day from Sydney. How you doing, Amrex? Yeah, so that's my and by the way, I got that first wave and I ate shit and paid my taxes to the reef. And then I got one wave. There was a gentleman there from Old Errol Bay. He was telling me, he said, just be mindful of this wave because you'll want to keep riding it, but it'll start sucking up, and you need to eject because if you don't, you're gonna eat the reef. That's not what I did. I did that. That was from the takeoff. But he said if you get the wave, you get the left, and you start fanging along, at some point you'll want to keep going because the wave will start kicking up. But if you do that, you're really going to eat shit. And so on the next wave that I got, which was the best wave, I was right at that point where I was like, oh man, this is perfect, but I got to pull out. So I pulled out, and then I didn't get another wave for the whole hour. So I got 3 waves. The first one that I hit the reef with, the second one, and the other one was not worth writing home about. But for an hour and 8 minutes, I sat out there on this point as shark bait as it could get. The swell was tiny. There was not much coming through, and I was in pain. I'm in pain right now. You got to pay to play, they say. So that's what happened today. I might be out of the water for a little while, I guess, maybe 3 or 4 days. It sort of suits me well. If it's going to be stupidly big like it is now, I'll just go and watch other people rip it up, but I'll sit. What is going on with this AC? Why can I not get a... There's nothing coming out of it. I'm sitting here in heat. Mode 25. What is it on 25 for? Get him out of here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Just leave it. So look, shall we run the surfing clip and I'll go and get a painkiller? I think I'm going to get a painkiller. Look, I'll go and get a painkiller. I'll run the surfing clip. I'll go and get a painkiller. and then we'll do this ontology gas stuff. We'll look into whatever's going on, and then we'll, if we want to stick around a little longer, we can. But I might just eject at some point as well. But all right, so here comes the clip from today. This is Kalala Bay, a break called Lefts, and yeah, the first wave is me eating shit, and then yeah, you'll see. Anyway, I'll be back. First wave, hit the reef, and even feel it. So I wanted to surf here because it's way too big off the front, Culburra Beach. This is Jarvis Bay, Kalala Bay. They call this lefts because it's a left-hand point break. The gentleman who was here, he's just left, local from Old Errol Bay. Now I feel a little bit more on edge because it is a little sharky out here, and I have hit the reef already at one instance on my first wave. Oh, here's a wave. Yeah, and if I'm being honest, I'm a little apprehensive. Like that one, I probably should have paddled harder and faster, further up my board, and charged it, but I guess I wussed it. Well, this has been, what are we at now? 1:03, 1 hour and 3. Oh, hold on. I just can't pick that section. Yeah, it's been 1 hour and 3, and there has been a little bit of activity just in the last 10, but more than likely what you're going to see me paddling in. The paddle of shame. Kidding? Touching the reef in my hand. All right, so I just went and took a painkiller. Funnily enough, they've got caffeine in them as well. Hidinol. It's got paracetamol and caffeine. So you get like the relief of the pain and you also get a wake up. So another thing I forgot to mention, the 16th of April, I celebrated 6 years on DLive. Well, I didn't celebrate it. The day ticked over. Yeah, apparently happy birthday DLive. But anyway, if you're watching on DLive, my Eunice, wow. So I logged into my Exodus account on my phone just recently and this popped up. This alert, where's my mouseicle? Here it is. Ending ONT support. Unstake and send your ONT to another wallet by July 13. So yeah, that's all over for Ontology. Yo, Boost, how you doing, man? Boost OTV wants to know, what did Aussie Broadband do about your speeds? I'm assuming you meant what did they do? What do you mean? What's the last you heard? I'll happily just deviate to that conversation just before we do the ontology stuff. Being that you're the only one in the YouTube chat, I don't remember where that saga left off because what happened? It's not my internet speed.
Hello there.
Hello there. Yo, Sharla in the house on Kick. How you doing, Sharla? Coming in with a lovely tooth boy. What a beautiful face that is. Nothing like a ranger when you got a beard as well. A red bearded man. Okay. So Boost. Okay. So you asked a question. I answered. You didn't respond. I would just assume you disappeared. Okay. So ONT Ontology is being removed from Exodus. So I thought, well, why would that be the case? So I went up to the YouTube machine and searched up Ontology Exodus, and I only found these old videos. There's my live stream right now, and I found my old 3 years ago staking Ontology within Exodus wallet. We did that 3 years ago. So there hasn't been an update. Filters changed to, what I'm trying to find out is when did there's my current stream right there. Why did Exodus remove Ontology support? I guess that's the question I've got. Why does a wallet end support from an asset? How does that happen? You know what? ChatGPT. You can always rely on the GIS, the TIAS, and the PIAS. Let me bring it in. Let me make it large so you guys can see it. So why has Exodus removed support for ONT Ontology? Searching the web. As of now, there is no official statement from Exodus regarding the removal. It's possible that support for ONT has been discontinued due to factors such as low usage, technical challenges, or strategic realignment. If you currently hold ONT in your Exodus wallet, it's advisable to transfer your tokens to a wallet that supports ONT, such as the official Ontology wallet or other compatible wallets. This will ensure continued access and management of your ONT holdings. For the most accurate, up-to-date information, consider reaching out directly. Okay, well then let's ask more of a general question. Okay, so in general, why would a wallet stop supporting an asset? In a general sense. Great question. Wallets like Exodus may stop supporting particular assets for a mix of practical, technical, and strategic reasons. Here are some common ones. Technical complexities or maintenance. Some blockchains are tricky to maintain or integrate cleanly. Really? But once they're there, aren't they? If an asset requires frequent updates, hard forks, or has unstable APIs, it can be a hassle for devs to keep things. Okay. Low usage or demand. If hardly anyone is using a certain asset in the wallet, it might not be worth the resources to support it. Wallets tend to focus on coins, tokens that are popular or widely traded. There is a cost involved. Supporting a new or complex blockchain can be expensive, both time and money. If it's not profitable or sustainable, support may be dropped. Security risks. Ooh, a project may be sketchy, abandoned, or known as a scam or a hack. Wallets may remove support. Yes, yes. Likewise, if there's a vulnerability in the token's code base, it may be pulled until fixed. Regulatory issues. Interesting. Legal pressures can affect asset support, especially for privacy coins or tokens flagged by governments, regulators. Some wallets restrict certain assets in specific regions for compliance reasons. Okay. Strategic focus or ecosystem shift. Wallet teams may decide to pivot towards specific ecosystems like Ethereum, Solana, or Bitcoin. They might remove lesser-known assets to streamline the user experience or focus on DeFi NFT integrations. Okay, so then in that case, is there any indication that ONT has made changes to their code base, or is this, what's the word where it's specific? Is this specific to Exodus only? I'm trying to work out if there's anything that we've missed. Like, has Ontology gone and, done something sketchy? Yes. Ooh, Ontology has made recent updates to a code base. For instance, version 2.5.8 released in June of 2024 included changes such as updating the testnet configs, modifying peer connection limits, and adding new methods for transaction handling. These ongoing developments indicate that Ontology project is actively maintained and evolving. Okay. So it's not immutable code. However, Exodus's decision to end support for Ontology and Gas, ONG, by July 13 appears to be specific to their platform. Okay. While Exodus has not provided detailed reasons, I will say that's a little shaky, a little shady. If they just said we're not using it anymore, and neither can you, I feel like there needs to be a reason. It's part of a broader move to discontinue support for several assets, including Arbitrum, Icon, Multiverse, blah, 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 blah. If you hold, okay, so we're going to look into that. So what I'm getting at there, or what I was trying to get at, was that there doesn't appear to be anything specific with Ontology that would say to you, maybe you shouldn't be looking into using this, maybe you shouldn't touch it. I'm going to suggest that it's the same Ontology that it has been the whole while. Also, I want to highlight, I don't know if he's watching, Comptech did DM me and sort of give me the heads up about this happening as well. It was funny because I don't often log into Exodus, and I had logged in, and then almost immediately I got a message or a DM from Comptech saying, did you know this? I was like, wow, man, that happened almost the same time as I logged in. So with that in mind, let's take a look at my Exodus. Where is it? I'm going to try to hide some things here from you. You're not supposed to show your wallets on a stream, so I'm in the Exodus wallet, and good thing I loaded this before I started streaming, because one of the chains had to sync, and I noticed that it was drawing a lot of resources away from OBS to sync that. I think it was Algorand. That chain had to sync, and I did that as I loaded it up. I was like, thank goodness I did that, because this would have been all kinds of wrong right now if I had tried to sync that blockchain while we're streaming. I don't know how much back end that requires, but so I've got two tokens here. I can't zoom in on that, you slime bag. Well, I'll just go in on Ontology. I don't have much anyway. I guess it's neither here nor there, but there's 77 ONT, and I had staked that. That's currently worth $11 US. That has been staked. And so I'd also have Ontology Gas, which is what I receive from staking. I have 22 Ontology Gas totaling $4.41. So if you were to look at Ontology and ONT and ONG in totes, I'd be looking at around about $15 worth. So the first thing that you should do if you're in the similar situation is unstake. Well, actually, first of all, we should claim some rewards if we have rewards to be earned. Let's just claim those first. Ontology staking is active. Staking allows you to earn ONG. Rewards can be claimed from your wallet. All-time earnings, 18. I've earned That's interesting. I've earned more Ontology gas than I have Ontology. Interesting. Boost, what I was talking about was on your old videos, you were talking about Aussie Broadband capping your speeds to 100 megabytes. You didn't update us on that video. Oh, okay. Okay, I cannot remember the video in specific, but I can tell you, I'll just pop off for a second. I can tell you this from what I understand. In September of this year, there are new broadband plans being rolled out by NBN Co. And therefore your RSP, in this case Aussie Broadband, will also be extending those new plans to users. Also to businesses, anyone with an ABN, you can get, there's gigabit speeds coming, synchronous gigabits, up and down, I think one up and one down, or it might be 500 and 500. Well, anyway, we're going to look into that. Actually, I can do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow for you. I'll do that on a stream tomorrow. We'll look into these new NBN plans. I cannot remember exactly what happened there. 3 years ago? I feel like that might have been when we just got fiber here. But I can tell you this, I immediately put on gigabit speed. So the best plan was gigabit down and 40 up. I was like, are you seriously sticking with that 40 meg up crap? Like, who needs a gig down to stream anything on Netflix in 4K? You do not need a gig, right? But it's nice, and so I used it for a while and then slowly just ramped the speeds down. And now I think the speed that we're on is probably the 100 meg. I think we're on 100 down and 20 up, and that seems fine until they allow us 500 down and 500 up. I'll definitely go on those plans. 500 down, 500 up. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Anyway, that's coming another time. So let's unstake our ontology here. So I guess, we didn't claim the earnings. View earnings. Stakeable balance 77. Available earnings. I've got available rewards 1.4 ONG Ontology gas. Let's claim it. Claim rewards here. Claim rewards. Claim the reward. I'm earning 17% APY, and I've earned 18.4. So this will make it about 20. Let's claim that reward. Withdraw the ONG reward. We'll wait and see how that all pans out. It'll take a little while for the blockchain to synchronize itself. And we'll sit here waiting patiently while that happens. It's a shame I can't zoom in on that, you know. It is what it is. Okay, so there we go. Success. You've just withdrawn 1.4 ONG. So now I should have, I thought it was going to take it to 20. It got to 19.8. So now if we go back to Ontology, ONT, and ONG, here we have received rewards a minute ago on the 18th of April, $4.70 worth. So let's think about what we are going to do here. I need to do, let's first of all end the stake. Staking is active. Let's end the stake. Unstake. Unstake Ontology ONT. Unstake to send or swap staked Ontology. We'll unstake the max, 77. Unstake. Now, how long will this take? You are about to unstake 77 ONT. Your ONT will be added to your available balance as soon as unstaking completes. Unstake ONT. If you don't do this and you leave it in the Exodus wallet, you will not be able to remove it after July 13. Now, that's a fair ways away. It's only April 18. I'm getting in now. Might as well, right? Get in and get it done. Unstake it. There'll be some gas fee, I guess. Please wait while Exodus unstakes your ONT. Do not close Exodus during this process. No probs. We'll just wait patiently. See how it rolls. I thought this, I think Comptech said this might take a few days to unstake. I feel like if a wallet is ending support for an asset, okay, there it is, success. You just unstaked 77 ONT. Okay. Ontology staking is active? Huh? The hell it is. That's weird. Okay, I'm going to consider that a flaw in the system. Let's go back to Ontology. Should I just refresh my trousers here? That's a swap. Can I just refresh? History, support, settings. Okay. Okay, so anyway, I thought that there might be... Oh, it says 77 ONT is unstaking and cannot be sent or swapped. View details. Here we go. This is what Comtech said. Unstaking is in progress. Unstaking takes between 2 to 40 days and includes 2 consensus rounds of 60,000 blocks each. Once this is done, you can send, swap, or stake your ONT again. That's a hefty unstake process, right? Between 2 and 40 days. So I'm just putting this out there. If you happen to have Ontology staked, you might want to just unstake it now, not draw it all the way out to close to July 13 or whatever the date was. You might not get there in the end. Between 2 and 40 days. I thought crypto was supposed to be quick, you know? What? Between 2 and 40 days. That's rich. That is rich. When a wallet does that, they end support for an asset. They should remove all those delays. But it's the chain, isn't it? It's the chain having the consensus of 60,000 blocks. That's a slow chain. Well, then we can't do anything. I guess what we could maybe look at is what can we do with ONG, Ontology gas. It's only $4 worth, you know? There was the fee to do that transaction. Actually, maybe I shouldn't do anything with this ONG right now, because when this ONT is available, I'll need gas to transact with this. If I'm going to swap this sucker into something more malleable, I don't know what that will be, $10 worth of Bitcoin maybe, who knows? I'll need some gas. I'll need some ONG. So if I've gone in here to the ONG gas and swapped it out, and I have none, then the ONT might be like, well, you need some ONG to activate, to do anything with this ONT, you're going to need some ONG. And if you've already swapped it to something else, you've just done yourself a disservice. Let's just see what we could swap to. We can swap it to Bitcoin, right? What? Oh, wow, that's the other way around. Jesus. I was going to say, how much Bitcoin is that worth? That's the other way around. It's going to get me $2 worth of Bitcoin. That's interesting. The value of ONG there is $4.76. So why would it only give me $2.08 worth of Bitcoin at that point? The swap minimum. There's a swap minimum. Oh, you suck. The swap minimum is 524. I'm not going to be able to swap this shit. No way. Am I going to be stuck with an asset? Okay, it's only worth $4, but am I going to be stuck with something I cannot remove? That's lame. The swap minimum is 524. Damn, we're going to be stuck here. Ah, that's real disappointing. It's, you know, when that stuff happens in crypto, it's when it reminds you that this is only for the whales, right? This isn't suitable for Johnny No Good like myself. Someone who just dabbled a little in it, just dabbled their toes in the water. When it comes all down to it, they're like, no, if you don't have X amount, you can't. It's like, what's that other chain that you have to have 20 minimum stuck in the at all times? What is that asset, man? It's another asset. It's in my portfolio. It's XRP. Is it XRP? There was a 20 minimum. You have to maintain 20 XRP in your account. It's like, what? Hang on. What part of me closing that account and never using it again do you not get? Like, I don't want any of that asset. No, you have to have 20. I want to swap it to something else. I don't want it. No, but the minimum is 20. The minimum is 20, fair enough. To transact and to use that chain, I now no longer, I'm ejecting. I'm leaving this hotel. I don't need anything here anymore. I'm not coming back. I'll just take my luggage, get in the valet, and off I go. I don't need anything. No, you must leave something here. What are you talking about? Give me my asset and let me get out of here. No, can't do it. And I feel like that's what's going to happen here with ONG and ONT. I reckon because I'm a small fish, $14 worth, I reckon I'm going to be stuck with that shit. Well, that's lame. Can we just check ONT? I was just going to say, can we see if we can unstake this? It's the unstake process is happening.
I just want to tell you how it feels.
Mayonnaise! Wow! Wow!
Oh my lord. Shyla, a ninja guinea, a diamond, an ice cream, and a lemon. I don't have any way to trigger that alert. What that was called? Oh, what was that called? The Benny? No. Is there any way I can trigger those? No, it was way back when. Thank you so much for the donation there. Very, very kind of you. The Ninja Guinea one, I like those alerts. They were fun. And yeah, you dropped the Ninjet last stream and I had to bail. Did I even explain that? I guess the cat's out of the bag. It's not really though. The bag. No, it's not out of the bag yet. The cat is not out of that bag. And I told you, Sharla, but I'll keep it between us. You and Hendrik both know, I think. The Tokomo special, that's what it was. The Tokomo special. I cannot trigger those. I think it was when I was in New Zealand that I had to. What was it? I got back from New Zealand and I realized that DLive really still hate me. And so I made a decision to not use my DLive OBS profile. Oh, you can't swap them out while you're live. Of course you cannot. You can't, can you? No, they're grayed out. Scene collection. Wait a second. I'm going to try something. I've never changed the scene collection midstream, but I do see my DLive scene collection. Let me just see what happens. Okay. Like I thought, it did not like that. The reason it didn't like it is because the DLive scene collection does not have an NDI source added to it. I could do that, and then I could manually trigger that alert, maybe. No, because I don't think I have all that stuff on my computer anymore. Let me just check my documents folder. DLive. I don't think I've got that stuff. No, I don't. Alerts, no. So even if that scene change worked and I could load the NDI camera, I still wouldn't have access to those alerts because I think I just archived them onto a hard drive somewhere. But yeah, heads up, unless and because I'm running this iPhone as the camera now, everything's all kind of screwy at the moment. But it's interesting. Yeah, and I'm not feeling myself anyway. I'm I'm not feeling great. I'm all kinds of weird. I really appreciate the Ninjet. That's what I was trying to say. I really appreciate the Ninjet. Holy shit. That's 10 Ninja Guineas. And a Ninja Guinea is a big donation. And that was such bad timing when you did that on that stream, because I was like, something happened, and I had to split, and I was like, okay, just get what happened then. Charlotte dropped, this is not this stream, this is yesterday or a couple of days ago. Charlotte dropped a whole bunch of lemons and ice creams, and then she drops a Ninjet and a Ninja Guinea, like the top tier donation, and then the one below it, which is already big enough, and at the exact moment, and by the way, that hasn't happened in like 2 years, right? Because we don't stream on DLive. We hardly ever look at it. Well, I stream there, but you know what I'm saying? It's not my chosen platform. But that hadn't happened for so long, and it happened, and immediately I had to split. And I was like, I cannot, and I was so furious that I had to leave. I was like, man. But thank you. So much appreciation. I was going to say, should we just I'll just kill the just to wrap up the ONT ontology thing, there's nothing we can do at this stage. Staking is I'm ending my stake on Exodus, and it's going to take between 2 and 40. That's right, between 0.2 and 40. That's how many days it's going to take to end that stake. And then what happens is when the stake's ended, I don't think I can compile both my ONG and my ONT together and send them somewhere else, because I've got such a small amount of them. So it's not going to let me. The only way I could do that is to stupidly, this is how it works, right? The only way I could transact is to buy more to get to the minimum and then send it. That doesn't seem, that seems a bit lame. I will do that if I have to. Probably have to do that, won't I? It just seems like counterintuitive. Like, so you're ending support for ONT in your Exodus wallet? Okay, cool. Why are you doing that? Not telling you? No, not telling you? Okay, but you're now forcing us to move it. Okay. And if you're a small player like me, and you don't have the minimum amount that you have to move, well, bad luck. You got to buy more. It's almost like a fire sale, but you're not getting a discount. Like you weren't. Was I going to buy ONG? No. I'll probably have to now, though. That jacks the price up, right? That's kind of funny. Like, is that market manipulation when a wallet decides to stop supporting an asset, and it's market manipulation because everyone that's got a small amount has to go and buy more, pushing the price up? That's just crazy. It seems funny, but it's not. But it seems funny. Yeah, I'm just double checking. I'll just go back in and double check that the stake hasn't been ended, just in case it's ended. Unstaking in progress. It might have ended. Learn more. Oh, that opened it up in a new tab skins. There is a tab that opened up. Let me just jack off there. Let me get rid of. Did I say jack off? That was the wrong kind of word. You know what I meant. Get off. Let me just close Exodus wallet, and let me just bring this tab down. That this tab did open as I asked to learn more from Ontologos in Exodus. Hey, why's my stream playing up there? That's weird. You did. I did say that, didn't I? I didn't mean to. Staking Ontology. On 13th of July 2025, Exodus will end support for ONT and ONG, Ontology and Ontology Gas. On July 13, Exodus, yes, before it is removed, you can send your ONT or ONG to another platform or swap within Exodus Swap. No, you can't. You must have a certain amount. Staking ONT is no longer available. However, if you previously staked, you can still claim your rewards or unstake until it's all removed. Keep in mind that staked ONT is locked. To transact your ONT, you first need to unstake it. Unstaking takes 2 consensus rounds up to 1,200,000 blocks, which means it can take anywhere from 17 hours to 42 days. Cracky. Minimums I want to know about. Minimums. Minimum. No minimum now. Doesn't come up there as a search. Minimums. It's a shame that there's these minimum amounts, right? Cray. Yeah, okay. Okay, Exodus, I hear you. I don't agree with you, but I hear you. Loud and clear, Skins. Oh, that's so painful. Is there any other crypto news that we need to be aware of? Anything happening in the crypto sphere? Perhaps you're CCC, perhaps you're curious about crypto, perhaps you're considering crypto, or perhaps you're confused by crypto. This stream won't help you at all. Or should we move on? I'm wondering. This person plugged a solar panel into his home for 7 days. Here's what happened. I was going to say, I'm wondering about this Blue Origin situation. A lot of people claiming Bezos faked it. Is that a rabbit hole we want to stick our little heads into? I don't know. Do we want to poke that little hole and see what's in there? So there were celebrities like Katy Perry and other people, right, that went up to this in this rocket in low Earth orbit, right, not outer space. They didn't go through the Van Allen radiation belt, let's say. And the idea is that it's all been faked. Like, can I bring up the GPTist machinist? Where did I put that? I've really got to start tabbing that thing out each time, you know, because I'm relying on ChatGPT for nearly everything.
Hello there.
Yo, Charles, how you doing, man? What's cracking, man? How are you, buddy? Let's see. So how could the Bezos space mission with Katy Perry be faked? What is the consensus from all the nutters online about this? I've seen bits and pieces on Twitter machine. Oh man, diving into conspiracy land. It's always a wild ride. So if we're looking at how theoretically people might say the Jeff Bezos Katy Perry space mission was faked, assuming you're referring to the Blue Origins flights. Yes, that's what we're referring to. Here's a breakdown of the kinds of things that these nutters online usually latch onto based on common patterns from past spaceflight. So before we even read it, the first thing that I'll say, the thing that's been popping off on my Twitter feed today is that the door was opened before it should have been. And I don't know if the confusion was that the door only opens one way. Like, I would find that particularly strange if they made a spaceship with a door that only opened one way. I feel like the door should open both ways, right? The fact that the person opened it from the inside doesn't really prove anything's faked, but it does prove that the person who did that wasn't following the protocol for all the TV cameras, right? We want to do this. We want to do an opening and welcome back to the planet kind of thing. And she just went, no, I'll open it. No. You told us, you knew that we were going to open it. So I don't think that's, like, everyone's popping off on that. Like, they opened the door from the inside. But yeah, but aren't they opening that way anyway? Charles, I watched the launch for the 6 women. Charlotte, I must be a nutter then. Well, we already know that. We're already knowing that we are, all of us here are nutters. We're very well subscribed to that fact that we're both nutters here, Charlotte. But so that's what I want to hit first. That the door opening inwards doesn't prove fakeness. But are there other things that prove it is what I want to know. So let's see what the GPT machine Most common claims by the year was faked crowd, green screen studio filming. Okay, yeah, but the launch and space foot. By the way, okay, hold on a second. Hold on, back up. Are we now? If the green screen was the thing, right? If they green screened it, are we now saying that all 6 of those people, those celebrities, are in on it? Like all 6 of them, they all signed off to fake this. What motivation would Katy Perry have to and who was the other yahoos? I just know her because she looks like that chick from For All Mankind. Don't you think? Has anyone seen that show? Funnily enough, space show. The show on Netflix that they swapped it and the Russians got to the moon first. Anyway, are they saying that all 6 of these celebrities are in on the ruse? Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't buy that. Like, the celebrities, they got their own agendas. They're not gonna play to that, right? So the green screen evidence, they'll point to lighting inconsistencies, reflections in helmets, or the way the hair floats in 0G. No stars argument. Now, any photographer and anyone who knows aperture understands that this is just the stupidest argument. The claim is that there are no visible stars in the background of space footage, therefore it must be fake. The counter claim cameras used on space flights are exposed for brightly lit subjects like Earth or spacecraft, so stars don't appear. Of course, it's just like maybe what's his name? Steve Jobs has to give us all manual exposure settings on an iPhone so that people learn what aperture is, because that'd help. Flat Earth crossover. The claim is that the Earth's curvature shown is a fisheye lens distortion and not real. I mean, fair enough. If they're using GoPros, yeah, that's fair. Some even argue space itself is a hoax. Shit. This overlaps hard with the flat earthers who really don't like Bezos or Musk. The Freemasons and the Illuminati nonsense. Now look, let me just be clear about ChatGPT at this point. I haven't trained ChatGPT, right? It knows what Omnis is because this is my account, but I haven't fed it anything, but it's just come up and called it nonsense, Illuminati nonsense. I kind of like this ChatGPT the more I start using it. The claim is the mission was a ritual, a staged event to distract the public. Oh, of course, because 6G must be coming, right? 6G. How are they going to roll out 6G? The public's got to be distracted, like it was during COVID when they rolled out 5G, you know? Remember that? Remember what COVID was? COVID was the entire planet joining together to make certain that you were in your homes in a lockdown, not able to leave, while in the streets they were installing antennas to activate 5G. But what it actually was mind control. And so when they turn these antennas on, you will obey us. We have control. That's what COVID was, to keep you indoors so that they could roll out these mind-controlling 5G antennas. And of course, what comes after 5? 6. And 6 is the devil's number, so therefore it has to be real. 666. This thing lines itself up. The claim here, the mission was a ritual, a staged event to distract the public, or a symbol-laden media performance. Katy Perry often gets dragged into this stuff because of her music videos. Lol, laugh out loud. Her videos are lame. I guess no, she probably uses like death and satanic symbolisms in her music. The evidence is based around numerology, symbolism, or secret hand gestures. Like that one. Yeah, that's so sus. 0G plane accusation, aka the vomit comet theory. The claim is the inside shots were filmed in a plane flying parabolic arcs to simulate weightlessness. The proof is they claim to spot unnatural camera movement or background inconsistencies. Cough, cough, bullshit, Charles. No independent verification. The claim, since only Blue Origin staff and media control the footage, there's no third-party validation. That's kind of valid. That's a fair point. These folks love the phrase, if you didn't see it with your own eyes, it didn't happen. Okay. Katy Perry is a clone or a deep fake. Damn. I mean, she's pretty convincingly human. This is a real claim. Some conspiracists genuinely believe that Katy Perry isn't even real. Wow. Charlotte, it just sucks that Amanda Nugent was overlooked after she trained for so long. Okay, I don't know. This just continues. I don't know who that is. Who were the other... Are they called astronauts? Can you call them that these days? Or is it some other term? Who were the other astronauts on board? The Blue Origin NS-31 mission launched April 14 featured an all-female crew comprising 6 accomplished women. Katy Perry, an international pop star and philanthropist who sang "What a Wonderful World" during the flight. Did she now? That's copyrighted. Gayle King, veteran journalist and co-host of CBS Mornings, known for her influential media presence. Yawn-a-rama. They sent up a TV jockey? Really? Damn. I've never heard of her. Gayle King. Lauren Sanchez, pilot, journalist, and philanthropist, also recognized as the fiance of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. I mean, that makes sense. He sent up his woozer. That's fair enough. Aisha Bowie. Aisha, how come I can't pronounce that? Aisha Bowie, former NASA's fake, so I see the tie in there. Former NASA aerospace engineer and founder of STEM Board, promoting STEM education. Interesting. Charlotte, Gayle King is Oprah's best friend, also linked to all the Epstein drama. Gayle King, yawn. Oprah, who watches that shit? Really? Amanda Nugent, this is who you mentioned. She's overlooked, you said? Civil rights activist, Nobel Peace Prize nominee, and founder of RISE, advocating for survivors of sexual violence. Okay. You said she was overlooked, or Katy Perry stole the limelight? Carrie Ann Flynn, a film producer and advocate for gender equality in media. Okay. I mean, of those 6 people, the only one I really could think who should have been there is Bezos's woozer. It's his rocket, so she can definitely go, right? She definitely earns a spot. Civil rights activist, I feel like that's pretty commendable. Get these TV journalists out. They should. Katy Perry and Gayle King, they should have not a chance, right? And, I mean, they bought their way on, of course, right? These people were paying for this, right? This is a paid flight, right? Katy Perry, who gives a shit? She can sing well. Great. Good on you. Gayle King, a journalist on a morning show. Like, who watches terrestrial television anyway? This former NASA aerospace engineer. I mean, Ashisha Brown, I feel like she should... Yeah, her and Lauren Sanchez for sure. And this civil rights activist, maybe? Yeah. A film producer? I don't know. Carrie Ann Flynn. The 10-minute subaudible flight aboard the New Shepard rocket marked a significant milestone as the first all-female crewed space mission since Valentina Tereshkova. That's it. I'm getting a beer. Thank you, Charles. I'm getting a beer. I'll be right back. Here's my surfing clip from today when I ate shit, hurt my arm surfing. I'll be back with a beer. first wave, hit the reef, and didn't even feel it. So I wanted to surf here because it's way too big off the front, Culburra Beach. This is Jarvis Bay, Kalala Bay. They call this lefts because it's a left-hand point break. The gentleman who was here, he's just left, local from Old Errol Bay. Now I feel a little bit more on edge because it is a little sharky out here, and I have hit the reef already at one instance on my first wave. Oh, here's a wave. Yeah, and if I'm being honest, I'm a little apprehensive. Like that one, I probably should have paddled harder and faster, further up my board, and charged it, but I guess I wussed it. Well, this has been, what are we at now? 1:03, 1 hour and 3. Oh, hold on. I just can't pick that section. Yeah, it's been 1 hour and 3, and there has been a little bit of activity just in the last 10, but more than likely what you're gonna see me paddling in. The paddle of shame. Kidding? Touching the reef in my hand. Yes! What a great idea, Charles. Drink, exclamation, pour. I don't need to be asked twice. Homebrew time it is. I've mixing medication with the homebrew though. Well, not medication, painkillers. It's going to be okay. I'm overreacting. I'm overreacting here. I just farted too. Good Friday. It's just become an even better one right now. Cheers. Absolutity. Cheers, eases. Let's continue on. Jeez. Okay, so the 10-minute... Okay, the mission aimed to inspire future generations and highlight women's contributions to space exploration. That looks like a root beer. It's a stout, dude. It's a big, fat, black stout. Can you see it? Hell yeah. That's the beautiful thing about using the iPhone as a camera. It's got autofocus. It's also got auto ISO. Look at that light in the brew. Can you believe it? Psychoptic Mindstrip. There's cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Remove the space at 8p22RERM. Wow. I can get cheap viewers on Streamboo. Should we go over there and get the cheap viewers? Thank you so much, Psychoptic Mind Trip. That's amazing. You must really, that's so kind of you to come in here and offer me cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Wow. I'm really blown away by that now. Go and get fucked. While the mission received praise for its representation and inspiration, it also faced criticism regarding the commercialization of space travel and its accessibility. Can we look, okay, so what is the single largest conspiracy theory surrounding this mission? What's the big one? What's the big? What's the? Wow! Yo, Kaylee G, how you doing? Thanks for the lemon, Kaylee. My Eunice, the most prominent conspiracy theory surrounding Blue Origin's NS-31 is that the entire flight was staged using Hollywood-style special effects and CGI. Despite the mission being live-streamed and widely covered by reputable media outlets, skeptics on social media platforms, particularly X, have questioned its authenticity. Key claims: CGI and studio production. Kelly G, hey bro, surfer. Are you a fellow surfer too, are you? Oh, by the way, my video, that reminds me, my video from today would have gone live just now on my YouTube channel. And I just want to show you, because I can't take this off to show you the injury, but the thumbnail from that video has a close-up shot of the injury. So here we go. This is my channel. That's the, I don't know how well you can see that, but that's the injury there.
I just want to tell you how it feels.
Just want to tell you how it feels. Who did that? I just want to tell you how. Thank you, Charlotte. I just want to tell you how it feels. that was Jay. Oh, I miss the old Jay days. That was when he was like really gonna give his channel a good crack, and instead he just thought, "Fuck that! Let's just use AI for everything. AI can handle everything to do with my channel." Yeah, that. By the way. That's painful, right? That's painful. It's painful on two accounts. It's painful because of the pressure, like it's like donking your bone, like smashing your bone. I feel like I've bruised my bone, and also the cut. It took a gash out of my It took flesh out. Okay, the CGI hatch door anomaly, a viral theory emerged from a video showing the capsule's hatch appearing to open slightly. I'd say it opened up. Opened slightly from the inside before Jeff Bezos officially opened it. Skeptics argue this suggests the event was staged. However, NASA clarifies that such hatches are designed to be operable from both inside and outside. I mean, like, really? I mean, yeah, like the people that thought that this was the smoking gun, the hatch opened, therefore it's all fake. That's so stupid. Like to even consider, there should have been research before people flagged off all over Twitter about that. A little bit of research. Are these hatches openable from both sides? There's no conspiracy then. Yes, they're designed to open both ways. Let's all throw rocks at Teslas, That's the kind of the logical conclusion here. No one likes Elon, so let's smash your neighbor's Tesla. It's the same thought pattern here. Short flight duration. Critics, including rapper Azalea Banks, have expressed disbelief over the mission's 11-minute duration. Wow, okay. Weightlessness footage skepticism. Some viewers claim the footage of the crew experiencing weightlessness appears unnatural. Okay. Psychological perception. Perspective. Experts suggest that such conspiracy theories often stem from a combination of skepticism towards corporate motives, distrust in media, and the human tendency to find patterns or anomalies in complex events. Callie says bad vibes. Bank feel corruption. The involvement of celebrities like Katy Perry further fuels these theories. The official Oh, no. Hold on a second. I heard it happen, but I didn't see it happen, but my NDI source just went, I'm going to sleep. Awesome. I'll just open it back up. Yeah, it just went to sleep. NDI, I mean, I've set my phone to flight mode, but it just, every now and then, it just turns itself off willy-nilly. I heard it that time, it went donk. Yo, Charles, I could believe that if it was a walk-in freezer with the door only opening from the outside. A walk-in freezer. Now, in my knowledge of working in restaurants, the cool rooms always opened from the outside. Yeah. And that was mainly a space thing. Sorry, rephrase. That was mainly for allowing more physical space inside for produce. So the door opens up to the outside so that if it opened up on the inside, then you couldn't put anything in that section of the doorway. So is there, okay, the official stance from Blue Origin, it's a legitimate suborbital flight that reached the Kármán line, the recognized boundary of space. The mission was live streamed. The footage has been analyzed and verified by multiple independent sources. There is no credible evidence supporting the claims that the flight was faked. Okay, so let's say, were the passengers? No, were the crew paying to be on board? Yo, Zercoolfree. Zercoolfree, how you doing? Thanks for following. What's cracking? Ooh, Blue Origin has not publicly disclosed the payment details for the NS-31 mission's crew members. However, it is common for such high-profile flights to include a mix of paying customers and invited guests. For instance, in 2021, Blue Origin's first crewed flight was auctioned for 28 mil. So they're not telling us whether Katy Perry paid for this? Interesting. I was talking about access to a handle to open it up. Oh, you mean a safety handle to be able to open it if you get trapped on the inside? Most cool rooms I've been in don't have that feature that I've ever seen. And we used to lock people in there for shits and giggles. Given the prominence of the NS-31 crew, it's plausible that some members were invited as guests, while others may have had to pay. I wonder if he made his wife pay. Blue Origin's pricing strategy often considers factors beyond monetary payment. Interesting. Okay. Hit me with a YouTube link for the most viewed conspiracy surrounding this flight. I want to watch some YouTuber waxing poetical. It's called Fake Conspiracy Theorists Say Blue Origin and Katy Perry's CGI'd spaceflight. Okay. Is that a linky poo? It is, but I don't want to open it. Oh, too late, isn't it? I'm opening it in my Brave Trouser browser. Dude, this video goes for 8 seconds? Are you kidding me? ChatGPT? Are you kidding me? What? Hang on a second. This is an unrelated... ChatGPT's just gone and pulled a doozy here. I've asked it, hit me with a YouTube link for the most viewed conspiracy surrounding this flight. And it knows, it's contextual. It knows what we're talking about. That's how it works. The first video it gives me is unrelated, uploaded 5 months ago from a channel called Dark Skies, the most chilling flight America cannot explain. Unrelated. Close it. Thank you. Then the next video it sends, the most prominent conspiracy theory video regarding Blue Origin's NS-31 mission featuring Katy Perry is titled, and there it provides the link. That said video goes for 8 seconds and has had 23 views. Are you out of your mind? It's had 23 views and it's the most viewed conspiracy theory. Thank you, ChatGPT. I'm going to call it out, dude. That video the first video you linked is from 5 months ago and unrelated. And the second one is 8 seconds long with 23 views. What are you smoking? Apologies. Yo, Zero Cool Free. What type of conspiracies are you into? All of them, man. I'm a conspiracy nutbag. Give me the conspiracy. Apologies for the earlier confusion regarding the video links. After reviewing the available content, it appears that there isn't a widely viewed YouTube video specifically dedicated to conspiracy theories about Blue Origin. What? There isn't? Most discussions and speculations are primarily circulating on social media platforms like X. Huh. So this hasn't come across to YouTube yet. The conspiracy nutters haven't come to YouTube with this yet? Is that for real? That can't be real, right? If you're interested in exploring these discussions further, I can guide you to some of the more active forums. What the hell? I can't believe that this is not on YouTube. Like, give me a YouTube link. Firefox. Wait, there's one right here. No, that's not it. That's on top. Okay, let's go. What's it called again? Blue Origin HS93 or something? HS31? H372. No, what is the Blue Origin NS-31? I knew there were numbers and things, but I got the numbers wrong. Not speculation. Blue Origin NS-31 conspiracies. They won't call them that though, will they? Conspiracies. There's a Blue Origin link. Conspiracy theories swirl about Katy Perry's faked blue. The swirling. That's from New York Post. We won't play that.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to excuse me.
Perfect timing, Charlotte. Benham really loves the flat earth talk. I do. Zero Cool Free. Do you know anything about the prophecies happening during this time with scripted events? I know nothing about that. But I'm all ears. I'm all ears, man. I can't believe that there's not a How come no one's debunked this on YouTube? Why they stick to Twitter? Okay, let's do it on Twitter then. Blue Origin NS-31 conspiracy Twitter. I cannot believe there's not a video of Katy Perry singing "What a Wonderful World." Well, I mean, that would be copyrighted, right? That'd be copyrighted. Daily Mail. Conspiracy theorists centered on the NS-31 mission patch worn by... Oh, the patch, right? So there's got to be some hidden message in the artwork, surely. Interesting. Read more. During the 11-minute journey, they reached an altitude of blah, 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 blah. Not everyone is convinced that the all-female crew actually left Earth. Internet-dwelling skeptics. That is a phrase for the world not the record. That's a phrase for the record books. Not the record books. What's the... Fuck, is there beer in this alcohol? What was the... That's a good phrase is what I was going for, but there's a better way to say that. Internet-dwelling skeptics. Who dwells? What are you up to, man? I'm just dwelling on the internet. What are you doing? Yeah, me too. I'm dwelling. Anyone in my chat, you're all dwelling with me right now. Let's all dwell together. I love a good dwell. So I got home from work and I dwelled. It shouldn't be funny. It's not that funny. Sometimes English is like, why would you, like, why would they use those words in that, like, why would they do that? It's to make them look good, right? Like, it's to make the article look more plausible. If we use big phrasings and, like, you know, conjoined words, and we know, like, yeah, we all know what that means. Internet dwelling skeptics, aka conspiracy nutbags. But that sounds more legitimatized if it's internet dwelling skeptics. Zero Cool Free, Hoppy 144000, Rainbow Warriors is happening, and the 14,000 frequency which ties to vibration and sound. Gerald Auger, Native American, spoke about it. My autistic ass talked about it before the natives spoke about it. Blue Star Kachina and Red Kachina prophecy, the White Brothers prophecy, White Buffalo prophecies. I've got no fucking idea what you're talking about, but thank you. Internet dwelling skeptics have panned the launch as a Hollywood fake, claiming it had the worst CGI of any of the fake space agencies has produced. Let's wait to see someone back claiming that The Simpsons did it first, and then they'll pull out some Chili Peppers lyrics and say, look, Anthony Kiedis prophesied this on 4 albums ago. Wild theories claim that Jeff Bezos' new Shepard mission took place entirely inside a film studio with the crew floating in tanks of water. Okay. Some online theorists went even further, claiming that the entire mission was a satanic ritual led by Katy Perry and Jeff Bezos, because they are the devil incarnate. Look them up if you want to go down a rabbit hole. You know what, Zero Cool? I might just I might politely reverse out of that one, and appreciate that you're into it, but I might just let's stick with some of the more plausible conspiracy theories, such as this faked space flight and the Earth being flat. Let's not get too carried away. None of these claims have been based in reality. Psychologists say that this mission was a perfect storm for conspiratorial thinking. Dr. Daniel Jolly. No shit. That's your last name? Jolly. He has to play Santa Claus at the local store for Christmas. Dr. Daniel Jolly. An expert on the psychology of conspiracies from the University of Nottingham.
Please, guys. Please.
This mission brings together two domains that have long been fertile ground for conspiracy theorists: space exploration and celebrity culture. She looks like that chick from the For All Mankind cast. That chick right there. Don't you reckon? What's her name? Margot Madison? No. Karen Ball. Yeah, Chantel Van Santen. Oh, that almost sounds a bit satanic, doesn't it? Chantel Van Santen. Wow, that's a close. That's her? She looks way cuter blonde. Is that the same person? Yeah. Don't you reckon that looks like Katy Perry? I mean, for all... That looks like her there. Don't you reckon? Maybe not. I'll be honest. I thought it was her at first. So, here's some Twitter handles. Jamie Adams. Anyone else think that the Blue Origin flight today was a Hollywood fake? Okay. Chris Carver. Absolutely a joke. This is the worst CGI any of these fake space agencies have produced. Also, the design of the ship, the Hollywood elites like Lady Gaga talk about using sexual rituals to go to space. This is more symbolism. Please, guys, please. Why is it so hard to believe? Like, I kind of want to watch the flight. I didn't even see it. How long? It's only 11 minutes, right? Can we watch the whole thing? Replay. The webcast goes for 2 hours. The flight lasted 11 minutes. Let's skip forward to the juice.
Hello and
And welcome to the launch of New Shepard 31, Blue Origin's 11th human flight.
She's quite attractive.
I'm Carissa Thompson, and I am so excited to be your host for this webcast as I experience my first launch here in person. And we'll
Experiencing your first launch? You're not going up. Let's skip forward to the juice here. Am I going to get dinged for this? This is directly from the Blue Origin website, YouTube channel. Am I going to get dinged? Look at these comments. This is embarrassing that the media thinks the general public is stupid enough to deem these women as astronauts. Well, they went to space. It's like old mate with a camera. He's now a photographer. That guy painting, he's a painter. This is a South Park episode. Congratulations to all the Amazon delivery guys that struggle to put food on their table in order to get these incredible women to space. That's a fair point. My favorite part was when they opened the capsule door from the inside and the lady tells them to shut the door and they make us wait 5 minutes for that is such a clear indication of fakeness. Real kabuki theater perfectly encapsulates the era we are in America. No, your comment encapsulates what a douchebag you are. What are the replies? The door was floppy and bounces back after it hit one of the glorified celebrities. Wow, people actually believe this shit. If staring out of a window for 10 minutes makes you an astronaut, then my cat is an astronaut. That's pretty funny. That's actually a pretty funny comment. I'd agree if you were driving above the Kármán line, but I only know of one car which has ever made it past the Kármán line. Congratulations, Blue Origin. You somehow made spaceflight cringe. Okay. The 6 women are not astronauts. What a slap in the face to real astronauts who have trained for years and years and who have actual technical degrees. Tell that to the guy cooking in the kitchen. He's not a chef either. The engineers had to calculate the weight of all the makeup and Botox for the rockets. Meanwhile, Amazon workers are driving around in no air-conditioned vans pissing in water bottles. Damn, dude. New record for the most amount of silicon launched into... These comments are great. Came here for the comments, priceless. It's pretty funny. This was disgusting to watch and I felt it in my soul. Man, you should get that checked out. How did they door open from the inside? With a handle, you dumb idiot. Oh, I don't know, but it's suspicious. It's a fucking door. They opened it from the inside. There's nothing suspicious about that at all. How is it odd? You can see them open it from the inside. They get told to close it. There's nothing. There's the fact that people are clutching to that. That's so strange. Let's watch it from the launch. Where were we? Where is it? Make rocket go now.
You know, you were just talking about what these women are going to feel when they launch, but let me tell y'all watching.
Charlotte, they claimed they needed a special key to open only from the outside, though. They claimed it needed a special key to be opened only from the outside. Did they? Where did I close ChatGPT? No. Here we go. Was the shuttle door only openable with a key from the outside? Where did you hear that, Charla? Nope. The Blue Origin New Shepard capsule does not require a key to open the hatch from the inside. Here's how the hatch works. The crew capsule hatch is designed to be operable from both inside and outside. It seems like a safety thing, right? Yeah, they're right on. For safety and redundancy, astronauts are always able to open it from the inside after landing without needing an assistant or a key. The key used from the outside is more of a safety lock and an external handle system typically engaged by recovery crew after landing to ensure the hatch stays secured during descent and transport. Where this confusion started, conspiracy theorists noted a moment into the NS-31 footage where it looked like the hatch cracked open slightly before Bezos arrived with a key. Okay. This led to the claims that it was all staged. How did the door open without the key? But really, the internal handle can unlatch the door. What Bezos used was a mechanical release tool to ensure it opened in a controlled and safe way for camera crews and recovery ops, not to unlock it. Now, of course, this is, and Charlotte, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying this is where people will say, well, how come we can trust Bezos? Like, why should we trust him? Well, this is just the mechanisms of the door. We're not like, if you look close enough at a shadow, you can find Satan, right? We're not. Everybody needs to just back up a little and just calm their tits with this. There's no conspiracy here. The door opens both ways. There's nothing there. Nothing. I think they wanted it closed so they could fix their hair. But I tell you what, I like that. I mean, it's kind of funny that this has kicked up such a fuss, right? Do you want a visual diagram of the latch system? I can whip one up. No, that's not necessary. But let's watch the actual. Oh, that's the wrong one. On the Firefox machine. Let's continue here. Thank you for the contribution, though, Charlotte. Like adding that to the. I like the conversation here.
What we may hear, because we have one of the most famous singers on the planet on board, and there is a chance that we will get to hear the audio inside and hear what these soon-to-be astronauts are saying. And
that's Oprah Winfrey. I tell you what. Okay, so this is what this shows me. This display of all these celebrities and all these, highly desirable people, it further solidifies that spaceflight is not for everybody. It's just for the stupidly wealthy and the celebrities, right? They should have just grabbed some dude off the street and said, you want to go to space for 11 minutes? We got a space for you. We got a spot there. You want to jump in? That would be more compelling, right? Just get some Larry Long John off the street. What are you up to, man? Oh, I'm on lunch break. Want to go to space? Bezos, yeah, I'm Jeff Bezos. I got a seat for you if you want to go. Like, you can sit next to this chick. She sings. You probably heard of her, Katy Perry. You want to hang out with her for a while, go to space? That's more compelling. Putting all these yahoos in and all, that's like, so no, like it's never going to be suitable for just everybody. You've got to be a celebrity. That's what I see anyway.
Singing while they're weightless. So
I can't wait for that moment. I'm also hoping she comes down to Earth and does like either a fireworks part 2.
Also, let me ask you this, okay? And heaven forbid, right? What would have happened? Let's just run this through your thought processes. What would have happened if this was a disaster? If this thing either exploded on re-entry or exploded on the launch pad and all 6 astronauts, all 6 people, celebrities, all 6 of them died. Would that still be a conspiracy? Would there still be all faked? Like what? And I'm only asking it because there have been many instances where rockets have exploded, right? On the takeoff or on the re-entry or whatever. Like, would these nutbags that are claiming this is all fake, would they have still claimed it to be fake? Or would an explosion and 6 people dead, would that not be enough to prove that it's real? So let's say it launched, and let's say they went up to space and it's all live streamed, and there's people in the comments going, look how fake this is, CGI bullshit, this is all a load of bollocks, can't believe Katy Perry's up there, what, this is outrageous. And then the thing comes back into orbit and explodes and they all die. Are they still going to hold true to, that was so faked, man, I can't believe it. And now where are those 6 astronauts? They're probably in the same place NS-31 is, and the planes from the 9/11, they're all in that same, what is it, the peninsula, they live on this island and they're all doing the Dharma project. What, like what happens to people? Like, people, it's just so, it's infuriating, right? Like, thankfully, nothing happened, but what would have happened? I think that painkiller and the beer is really working its wonders. Cheers. I'm not saying that there needs to be an explosion. I'm not saying that, but I am saying, would that have changed anything at all? Probably not.
Or E.T. Part 2. I think that's going to be, and I think, but let's stick on this point for 1 second, Kristen. I think one of the incredible parts about this crew is their ability to tell the story coming out of this in their own unique way. The way Gail can go on TV and talk about it. Amanda can go and continue to advocate for women more broadly about it. The way Katie can sing about it, etc. The way Carrie Ann can produce films about it. That is what is so special about this crew in particular.
And that is what's so special about this new era of spaceflight. This is not NASA. This is not governments. It's not the U.S., China, or Russia. This is the commercial era. These are private companies, and this is Blue Origin sending the first all-female crew into space since 1963. And this is all going to happen so fast in just a few minutes.
Fantastic. Well, so at T-minus 3 minutes to go until our 31st launch of New Shepard, our 11th human space flight. Just to tell you what's coming up here. At T-minus 2 minutes, we send the show over to the vehicle. It goes into autonomous mode.
Command engine controller ready to start.
We have our team, of course.
Charles, they would say it's fake, and they would say it's a fake death for claiming insurance purposes. No shit. I mean, you're probably right.
Mission control that have their eyes glued to the screen there. There you goes, mission control, quiet and intense. There's one of our crew member 7's capsule communicator, Laura Stiles. She is communicating in the ear of our capsule, in the ears of our astronauts. But what we're going to see in the last 2 minutes, you'll see the fins at the base of the rocket gimbal or just move back and forth. We want to make sure they've got free range. At the base there, you see the nozzle, the engine peeking out. The engine as well is going to gimbal, going to move.
There's a leak there.
In conjunction together, those two systems.
Tanks to flight pressures.
Those two systems guide the rocket.
And when you are out there at this moment, this rocket feels like it is alive. It feels like it is a living, breathing, hissing thing, right?
And there's the gantry pulling back from the rocket.
2 minutes and counting.
The gantry.
Transition to onboard hydraulic pumps.
And this right here is the moment that they've been training for.
To be fair, though, what kind of training do they have to go through? Just sit there with your seatbelt on and don't undo your seatbelt until the cabin crew, till the light goes off. Cabin crew cross-checking arm doors. After that, boom, then you can get up.
2 days becoming a crew, becoming a team.
2 days? Did she just say 2 days of training?
2 days becoming a crew, becoming a team.
That's pretty quick. That's fake.
After you go through an experience like this, it's more than a team. It's almost like a family. You are so tight to go through something as intense
Executing
as this.
aft fin built-in test.
T-minus 1 minute 15.
Good, Ariane.
So far from mission control, everything is clean and green for this launch. T-minus 1 minute to go here.
Is that a
engine thrust
drum kit?
Control built-in test in work. Vehicle is now on internal power.
Is that a drum?
So in a moment here, we'll
Sounds
see
like it's
those,
almost in time.
what they call the bit checks, the built-in test checks. As you mentioned, Kristen, inside the capsule, you know, as you said, this is like a...
Everyone makes the joke that the rocket looks like a penis, but I think it looks more like a vibrator, you know? You know those big dong vibrators? I don't know what everybody seems to rant and rave about how much it looks like a big penis. I don't think it does. It looks like those big fat vibrators.
Bridled beast. This thing wants to take off.
Switch to onboard helium.
I bet some conspiracy nutter has freeze framed that shot, and they're angling the lines and they're gonna dissect the circle and what the dark colors mean, and there's symbolism in the shadows, and they line these up. Why would they put these structures in this particular pattern so that from above it looks like Satan or something? They'll be like, yeah, because everybody that's above looking down will see that, you know, all those people up there in fake space that are looking down will see the and they'll definitely assume it's Satan and its symbolism. Speaking of Satan, what a do, fucker? How you doing, Dale? Oh shit. How you doing, Dale? You little fighting. You and Hendrik are again fighting in my Discord. I can't leave you kids alone for 3 seconds. I turn around and you're in the back of the car fighting with each other. If you guys don't stop fighting, I'm going to turn this car around and we're going to go straight home and there'll be no ice cream. Just saying.
Good luck and Godspeed, ladies.
Bitch, did you just call me Satan? Kind of. You came in with what a do fucker. I'm just playing on your level here, man.
Let's launch this rocket.
Termination system is armed.
Is that Larry David? That looks like Larry David without his hair. Is that LD? Or is that Bezos? Looks a bit like Larry David.
We're cheering you on from
Let's launch this rocket.
Termination system is armed. T-minus 22 seconds and counting.
Internal.
Look at that mesh netting here. That's Bezos, is it? Thanks, Charles. Look at that mesh netting there. That's going to burn up, right? That's one use only.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, command engine start, 2, 1, ignition.
You'd be freaking out right now if you're in that rocket. No shit.
New Shepard has cleared the tower.
Okay. Okay. I will say that did not look real. Something to do with the frame rate, something about that did not look real. I'm not joining into the conspiracies, but that did not look convincingly real. Something, I don't know, it seemed to go too quick. Like it seemed to because it's not real, Charlotte. I'm just saying it, like I believe it's real, but I'm just saying that when I see that, and this is the first time seeing it, that does not, like, something with that frame rate, it does not look convincingly real, for sure.
Liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower.
Yeah, it just seemed, it doesn't, by the way, look at it there. It's like, it's only a silhouette. It's so fake. You can see right through it. I don't know. There's something about that. But there was heaps of dudes there with their cell phones. Like, where's all the other footage of the launch? Dale, so if it's a dildo or a dildo, does that mean humanity is fucking the universe? At least in this case, they're just rimming it, right? They didn't quite get all the way. They were like, just the edge, just the tip. Jesus. Is there other footage of it? Oh shit, Gibbs has gone to the conspiracy dark side. Not yet. But you know, does everybody agree that does not look convincingly real? There's something, it's either the frame rate or it just happened too fast. It went up too quick. That bit looks all real, but the actual launch?
Liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something weird about that. None of your band pics are real, all fake as fuck. I want to see cell phone footage from, you know, Oprah Winfrey. I bet this is going to fuel the conspiracy theorists. I bet they were told no cell phone footage. Let me find out. Let me find this out. Where's my ChatGPT? There were lots of people at the launch. Is there cell phone footage of the takeoff? The official Blue Origin stream looks I'm going to say unconvincing. Unconvincing. Just saying. Searching the web. I understand your skepticism regarding the official Blue Origin NS-31 launch footage. While the official streams provide comprehensive coverage, they may not capture the raw, unfiltered perspective. Amateur footage. As of now, there appears to be a lack of widely circulated amateur or cell phone footage of the NS-31 launch. This could be due to the remote location. No, you showed video. There's heaps of dudes there. This could be due to the remote location of Blue Origin's launch site in West Texas, which limits public access and consequently the ability of spectators. Official coverage. For a different perspective, you might consider viewing the launch coverage. Say right now, there was a bunch of people at the launch site. Phones? Why? Just saying, right? Like, I'm offline? Ah, fuck me. Am I offline? No. Why? Okay. Interesting. Okay. By the way, I'm not offline, I'm back. But that's interesting that did happen, because what I'm going to do next time I stream, I'm going to use the gigabit dongle and I'm going to go straight into my laptop. I'm trying to work out why sometimes my internet just sketches out, and I think it's the fact that it's so hot in here. This air conditioning is not working. I think that it's because my Ethernet port is on a CalDigit TS3, which then comes in through another port, and I'm just going to try it out of curiosity. I'll just go straight into the Ethernet with that, so I'll keep that out for next time. But I am back. But thank you. What I was saying. What is wrong with my AC, dude? It just doesn't start. What I was saying is, I don't know how much you caught of that. I'm just going to turn this up. So what I was saying is, if I'm to play devil's advocate, there was many people in the audience, right? Like, we saw the shot there of Oprah Winfrey, a whole bunch of kids, people standing around. There was plenty of people that had access to the launch site, and they would all have cell phones, all of them. So where is their footage? Why do we not see anybody's footage of the launch? And if they were told no cell phone footage, like you're not allowed to film this, why? Why does no one play God's advocate? Yeah, true. Yeah, I want to play God's advocate. Yeah. So that does not check out. Like, what? So that's going to be weird. That's going to be weird. I'm going to say, is there any cell phone footage? There was a lot of people there. From the sidelines. I'm saying here, was there any cell phone footage? There was a lot of people watching from the sidelines. We saw the footage, like, of all the people lined up, right? I understand your interest in obtaining raw, unfiltered footage of the Blue Origin launch. While the official streams provide comprehensive coverage, as of now, there appears to be a lack of wildly... Yeah, okay. I'm going to say, is it possible that Blue Origin requested no one shoot any cell phone footage? Why is my air conditioning unit? Give me some cool. Yes, it's very possible and even likely that Blue Origin restricted or strongly discouraged cell phone recording of the launch. Here's why. It's hard to film as a bystander on a private movie set. Ooh, Shyla. Private launch site equals full control. Launch site 1 in West Texas is private property owned by Blue Origin. that gives them total control over who attends and what people can do. Attendees, especially VIPs, media guests, and crew, are often required to sign NDAs. No personal photography or video. Delayed postings. Only filming in designated. Media optics and narrative control. For a high-profile mission, especially one involving celebrities like Katy Perry. Who gives a fuck about Katy Perry? They want to control the look and feel of every frame that goes public. It's not necessarily shady. Lots of private space missions do this. Wow. To prevent sensitive hardware or crew protocols from leaking. People could have filmed it anyway. Yes, but if the authorized cell phone hasn't been shared publicly, wow. TLDR, it's very plausible Blue Origin asked attendees not to film. Wow. I mean, if they ever wanted to completely 100% debunk all of these conspiracy nutters, they'd just say, well, take a look at Joey Jojo. He was here watching and he filmed it. Play your footage, dude, and just play it. Like, still getting difficulty with my AC here. Got no air coming out of it. It says it's on, but have you tried turning it on and off again? Well, I'm just doing that now, sir. Hello? This thing's not working. Bennon's fart was fate, confirmed. I mean, I'm just throwing up the questions there that everybody deserves to have answers to, right?
Flight. 6,000 feet climbing. Begin throttle down for Q limiting. Engine response looks good.
Dale, the radar tracked and thousands of people saw this. Okay, that's good. Where's the cell phone footage? Thousands of people, but nobody pointed their phone at the sky? Come on, dude, it's 2025. Thousands of people saw it. Some out of those thousands, one person must have got footage. One person, right? Just one. Come on. And I'm in the camp of this is real, right? But I'm playing God's advocate here. The radar can be faked. Ah, shit, Shyla. Shit. You had to come in there with that, with a little slice of reality. All of it can be faked. And I'm moving the mic closer for comedic effect. I won't argue the point. It's all a fake conspiracy. No, but I think it. But Dale, I think it's. Look, we began this stream talking about how stupid the concept of the door opening from the inside is. A smoking gun, right? That's obviously fake. That's the stupidest. That's as dumb as smashing up your next door neighbor's Tesla because you disagree with Elon Musk's stuff, right? That's as dumb as that. But in all fairness, there are other signs or other situations that definitely need explaining. You just said thousands of people saw this, and am I to believe that nobody took any video of it? No one? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a fair question. Like, where is? I mean, let's do it. Let's go to the tubes. Where is Blue Origin's NS-31 Blue Origin launch cell phone? Now, Benon, don't you dare talk about Trump or Elon Musk. You'll piss people off, apparently. You and Hendrik only. 10 News, there's a conspiracy theory, okay? This, if you... Dude, what the fuck, man? Like, I'm searching YouTube. I'm searching YouTube for cell phone footage of the launch, and there's nothing except all of the official... How on earth... How can there not be any cell... Oprah Winfrey's right there. She's got a phone. Everyone gets a phone, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how come there's not any cell phone footage here? Look under your seat. There's a phone. Everyone gets a phone, right? This is weird, man. Like, has it been scrubbed off the YouTube? How come no one's got it? Blue Origin launch. Let's just go amateur footage. The first thing comes up Blue Origin, man. You literally, it can't, like, I'm not down this rabbit hole, but man, I can see the fluffy tail and the little paws. There's something weird going on here. Where is the cell phone footage? It's all the same footage. Here's another one. We'll tab that out. I can't believe this, dudes. Fuck. Okay. We'll keep watching. Where were we? We'll watch that in a minute. Here's the replay. You cannot film what didn't happen. Ooh, Shyla. Whee. Dalesky, the people who spent millions to fake this couldn't be bothered to fake some cell phone footage. Speaking my words, dude. And a reminder, I believe this is real. So I'm in the camp that this is real, this happened, but I'm also edging. I'm also on the rim of like, well, hold on a second. There are some questions that need answering. Like why like these questions deserve an answer.
Max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. Mach 1, vehicle is supersonic. Engine back up to full throttle.
Supersonic, we have passed through max.
So look, all those people there, none of them have phones out. So they obviously were under the NDA of no cell phone footage. I live in Florida. I've seen hundreds of launches with my own eyes. Well, this one's from Texas though, isn't it? I think the only reason they do shit like this is to see how gullible the public still is and that they can get away with. Same as the pandemic. Ooh, Shyla, little coming in hot there, Shyla. Anyone who says this is fake is wrong. Okay, well that's your take. I agree with you. I believe this is real, but I can also see that there are some pretty interesting conversation topics that need to be addressed here.
Q, maximum dynamic pressure. That's when the stresses between the atmosphere and the speed are at their maximum. So to punch through that.
Oh, dude. That person's filming it. No shit. There's a person in a blue baseball cap filming the launch with a cell phone. What happened to that footage? It's right there. Like, he's got it, right? Damn, dude.
So important. You see the BE-3 engines is firing beautifully. You see the stream of steam behind it. Those ladies right now are having an incredible view on their way to space. Passing through 80,000 feet, 1,300 miles per hour. They're going to peak at about 2,300 miles an hour over Mach 3, 3 times the speed of sound. Shortly coming up.
It's funny how they're all just like, look, they should just be laying down. Be easier to lay on your back and just look up at the sky.
We'll have MECO, main engine cutoff. We will turn off the engine.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier, Dale. All 6 ladies are liars, along with thousands. Yeah, that's what I said. Like these people, like there's no way that all these people together are in on the ruse, right? Doesn't make any sense.
The 2 craft, the capsule and the booster, will continue their ascent to space.
Stand by, MECO.
And
there you saw the The main engine is turned off. We're now going to separate the capsule from the booster. And at that point, Kristen, that's when all 6 astronauts are going to start to feel the weightlessness.
Charlotte, nothing was accomplished. No cures for anything was invented. Meanwhile, innocent children in Gaza are getting killed, injured, starving, make it. Yeah, fair. I mean, that's a fair point. That this is just sending celebrities into space for shits and giggles. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say, because I believe this is real, but I'm definitely open to these questions, which I think everybody, even Dale, should be willing to understand that this does raise questions, right? This does raise questions. Like what? So if Bezos and Blue Origin said, okay, hey, all of you media and all of you celebrities, all of you, Oprah Winfrey, all of you yahoos that are coming here, there is a rule: no cell phones. Put your cell phone here. Sign an NDA. Except for Blue Baseball Cap guy, he was filming, right? But aside from him, no one can shoot anything. Then you'd have to be able to say, why is that, Mr. Bezos? Like, why would you make us do that? Like, we want to share this historical moment with the whole planet. Like, no, unfortunately, no. And I'm understanding right now that my air conditioning unit is not having a very fun time. It says it's on, but it's just not doing jack shit. I'll turn it on and off again. If you don't understand the importance of space exploration, then I cannot teach you. What did they explore, Dale? I mean, that's a good question. They only went to like low Earth orbit to get a different perspective. Different perspective.
We're going to let them unbuckle.
And that right there is the most critical milestone of this whole ascent. Oprah watching her best friend go to space.
It's just too much for her, isn't it? Her neck is sore, that's the trouble. She's like, I can't look up. I want to look, but I can't.
And the 2 craft is separated.
I'll need to call in to discuss this at length. Well, not tonight. I appreciate your enthusiasm.
328,000 feet, 100 kilometers. Welcome to space, ladies, or shall I say, astronauts.
Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon. Look.
That is pretty cringe, though. Welcome to space, ladies, or should I say astronauts? It's like saying, oh man, I loved that steak you cooked for me yesterday, Chef Benon. Like, dude, you just happened to throw the thing on the barbecue and cook it. You didn't go to school and study. Now you're a chef. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! That's our pink moon.
Let's see who debates me in voice on real time. I mean, if you want to have a debate with someone, Dale, I'll host it. I'll mediate. I reckon few will do so. I'll mediate that shit. I'll probably join in and I'll go for the defendant and the accuser. Can I have a foot in both camps?
And just
Where's
in
the-
case it wasn't clear, those are the astronauts. Those are their voices that you're hearing.
Judge gives. Yeah. No mediator. Where's the footage from inside the cabin,
And
right?
they have hit apogee, the highest point in flight. Well over 345,000 feet. Well over the Kármán line.
Wow. Remember the first Blue Origin? Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Remember those guys in the capsule? So are we not going to see the internal footage?
And at this moment, the astronauts have unstrapped from their seats. They are floating. They are weightless. They are experiencing.
I want to do a poo in space, you know? Fuck this just singing shit. I want to go and crank out a big turd and just imagine pumping out a big fat. What do? Do you push it? Do you just go? You have to push harder, right? Like in zero gravity. Yeah, because when you snap one off here on Earth, you're literally letting gravity taper it, and it pops out of your anus, and then it slithers and it snaps and it falls. In space, how do you poo if it doesn't fall? You have to handle it, right? You'd have to handle it out. You'd have to grab it and then like remove it. I'm physically removing a poo. What a shitty idea. I mean, yeah. What you got there, Charles? I see a little linky poo. What's that, Charles?
Zero G for the very first time in their lives.
They just sent they sent some turds into space already. And that's not what I was saying, Charlotte. What do you got there, Charles? What's that linky poo?
And Katy Perry did say that she was going to sing in space. I'm waiting for it.
Waiting for it.
1 minute warning. 1 minute warning.
1 minute for what?
So that is Capcom indicating a 1 minute warning.
That's the inside view. Oh shit, is that right? Is that the inside view? Thank you, man. Let me grab that linky poop. Copy link address. Yeah. If you thought the women on Blue Origin's mission was clinging to their seats in panic, nope, they were over the moon. Oh, almost, and having an absolute blast. Okay.
I don't have to tell you, look at the.
We haven't seen it. I want to see it myself.
1, 2, 3, take us space! Woo! Behind you, look right behind you. It's okay, Flynn up there. Flynn, I got you. I got you, Flynn. Oh, the moon! You guys, I don't have to tell you, look at the moon. Look. Okay. Look at the moon. Oh my gosh. So whoa, whoa, whoa. That's amazing.
We haven't seen it. I want to see it myself.
I mean, look, that looks pretty rad.
2, 3.
That looks pretty fun, right? That's all faked. What was the point of it? Dale, some people will never grasp reality. Dale, I feel like you're rimming the edge of an argument with Shyla. You and Hendrik are already like getting it. Like, I saw that shit in the Discord. You guys are like, actually, it's not like a cat fight. It's more like it's like in the old days they shoot like bows and arrows and like crossbows, and like one person is hiding behind a hedge, and then a rock comes flying through the air from a catapult, and it lands next to you. Like, shit, dude. And then you fire back with a bow or something. I feel like what I'm saying is I feel like the war is now shifting, and your target looks like it could be Shyla. But but look, we can all laugh about it and have a bit of a giggle. But let's be clear about this. I'm on the side of this was real, but I'm also willing to engage the conversation of, well, what about this and what about that, and how come this and how come that. I think that's the key thing here. You should not just willingly take shit on. You should be able to embrace things and dissect it and come out with your own opinion. In this instance, there are many things that seem funky about this, but I believe it happened. But I'm certainly seeing a whole bunch of, oh, that's weird. That's strange. So and so, what, blah, 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 blah. The cell phone footage, the launch looked fake. Like that launch did not look real. Like, I mean, we've seen plenty of SpaceX launches before, right? And this is obviously a different company, but we've seen the Blue Origin one before. We know what they look like. That just looked too fast and clean. Like it didn't look, it looked AI generated. you know. The fact that no one has provided any cell phone footage of it. There was a dude right there in the broadcast filming with his phone, blue baseball cap. He was there doing it, probably doing it, you know. You're not allowed to do that. Someone may have taken his phone and confiscated it. Who knows? Yeah. Okay. The door opening up before it was meant to, that is an absolute, that is not anything to smoke your guns about, right? That's nothing. The door opening up is just stupid. Like that doesn't prove jack shit. So smash up Teslas, right? That's as stupid as that is. But no cell phone footage, what looks like a phony launch video. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Some people never grasp reality. I'm annoyed with some people attacking me unfairly. Self-defense is a right. Some people have lived real shit and don't need to grasp fake bullshit from rich men with more dollars than sense. So Sharla, you're arguing for the whole concept of this was a waste of money. Calling me shit, that's not true. Who called you shit? I stand by everything I've said in your chats and Discord, 100% accurate. Some people just take things personally. That were not meant to be. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll address that. I want to get back to this. Obviously, there's obviously more here, but we'll get back to it. But just to address that Discord slings. No. The Discord pop-off between yourself and Hendrik. I will say this. I have said on stream multiple times that I won't open up an MSN link on stream. I have never said do not post them in the Discord, but I have said I won't open them on stream. So you are well and truly welcome and entitled and fine to post them in the Discord. I think you know that, and I think you also know that we won't be checking them out on stream. So if you want to post them as you do, that's fine, but I'm not bringing them up on stream, and that's been the case for a few years now. And I think you know that, and I think Hendrik knows that. But I think what might have got Hendrik G'd up was that you do post a lot of them, and no one ever makes any comment to them. And I'll personally be completely upfront. I don't even look at them. So you post them, I just see MSN. I'm like, I'm not going to even click that. Like even in my own time outside of streaming, I just just not interested in MSN. I'm anti Microsoft to begin with, and I know it's not whatever. But so when I saw that popped off in the Discord, I was like, man, I don't know. I personally would have just let that slide and be like, okay, whatever. It's kind of like who was that? Remember when Papa Goth was on a bit of a rampage in the Discord probably about 4 or 5 months ago and kept posting. Papa Goth disappeared for a few years, and then he just came back like rampage in the Discord and was posting like questions and then answering them himself. And no one was engaging it, but it was like a little conversation he was having with himself on the Discord. And I was like, I'm just going to stand back from this and watch from afar. I don't have anything to add to it. It doesn't seem like I need to add anything because he posts it and then he responds to it and then he changes the subject and moves on. I was like, all right, this is just like watching from a distance here. And that's what I thought might have been the better response to Hendrik. Like it might have just been good just to go, all right, we'll just leave that one as it is, you know, no need to respond, just let it ride. And maybe not as many MSN links. That's what I would have done. And that's what I would have thought. But because you and Hendrik do have a little flame sizzling in the back there, I can see how that just the tinder got ignited and all of a sudden a little pocket of flame became, man, this thing's alight right now. Now we have a fire, you know, like, and I know both of you have intentions of goodwill. And there might also be this involved, you know, like we all love a good beverage, and there could have been, and I both of you should acknowledge that if that's the case, and I like whatever, like there's no harm or there's no shame with that. It's just what it is. We all do it. I'm doing it right now. Cheers, ears. Hey, Dugski, how you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Hendrik's my friend, even though we disagree on some things. Yeah, I hope he understands. I think he does. I mean, I don't know, like, yeah. No, look, I'm not. I was going to say, because I spent a little time with him up there, I'm not going to speak on his behalf, but not everybody's plot in life is the same. I'll just kind of put it like that. Like, there's like, look, just as an example, as I whacked the microphone, I started my stream today in pain because of this, right? Like I began the stream in pain and like physical pain that what have we been live now for 2 hours? I almost didn't stream. I was like, I'm not going to do this. It's hurting, right? So I took a painkiller and now I'm drinking beer and I feel fine. But the point of it is that people might respond to something subtle, something that doesn't require such a deep analysis, might respond differently with outside influence. That it could be pain, it could be discomfort, it could be something else. I know that, right? Yeah, that's all I'll put to there. Charlotte says political and religious debates, no one wins, and it's a pointless waste of energy. I kind of agree with that. They create a divide in the best of friends and family. Yeah, yep. Dale says, Ben, are you not allowed to talk about Trump or Musk in your streams? No, not at all, dude. Of course you can. What? Wow, dude. No, I'm encouraging of it. I've said it recently a number of times. I've said this is the first cycle of US politics that I've been actually like very interested in, like taking a genuine interest in it. And the reason, because your guy Trump is the funniest president. He's the funniest person in politics I've ever seen. And I don't want to miss anything. Like it's so entertaining. And I know it's critical because it's the guy who runs the country, but holy shit, dude, it's the funniest shit ever. Like I love it. I love watching what Trump does. Like a lot of it I agree with and some of it I don't agree with, but holy shit, it's a great ride. And I'm an Australian, right? So I can sort of take it for what it is. I know you guys have to be more mindful as Americans. And Charlotte just got to, add this to the mix. That Charlotte's American, right? She's born and bred. She's a ring into this country. She claims Australianisms because of this and that, but she actually is American. So there is that going on. When I can sit back and say, Trump did this and it's funny, and that's all. Charlotte can actually say Trump did this and it's not funny because it's affecting my country in this manner. And that's valid, right? We got to say, well, and same with you, Dale, right? Hendrik and I, just Australians looking at it from a distance, we can say that guy's a complete tool, right? Trump, what a dickhead, what a stupid move. Or, wow, that was funny, right? And then just doesn't make any, I mean, okay, there is obviously political ties and there's whatever he does affect Australia because we smoke America and do whatever you guys say. But what I'm saying, generally we can just watch and not really, we don't really have a dog in the race, kind of. We have a dog, it's a small dog, it's never going to win. It doesn't even get all the way around the track, like. The chat's moved along. So yes, so just to answer your question, yes, you are certainly allowed to talk Trump or Musk in my streams, 100%. Am I bad for doing it? No, you're not. And I don't think anyone's ever said that. I don't think anyone's ever said you're bad for addressing Trump or Elon in my streams. I've never said it. I don't think. I might have said bad in the good sense, like that's so bad, but I don't really use that word. Charlotte, I think from my point of view, you're pushing your own agenda onto him, and that's where. And when he has a different opinion, you say he's wrong. Okay. That might be worth going back and looking to the actual like wordage in the Discord. It's all there, public. Like Charlotte, you might have a point there. Oh shit, the chat just popped off again. Dougski, we'd all be boring if we agreed. Yeah, that's true, you know. Exactly, Doug. Offering my opinion. I've said that many times as well. Okay. It's pushing when you add links, convos about the same topic. Yeah. I mean, I agree, Charlotte, but I will say this. If it's in the general linky poo section, then it's almost expected to be links. But if it's just in the general conversation area and it's just link after link after link, then sure, that's a valid point. Now, obviously, there's the extra layer of, we've said many times on stream, I'm not going to be bringing up MSN links. So if you're Dale, if you're posting MSN links in the general linky poos section, you are aware that no one's clicking them. Like, I think you're aware of that. And I think that that's clear. I'd have to go back and check if it's not in that section. If it's in just the general chat section, then Charlotte might have a point there. And by the way, this fence I'm sitting on is right up my ass right now. I'm sitting right on the edge of this fence. Like, I'm down that line, dude. I'm not, one leg's in one camp, the other leg's in the other, and I got a ball hanging off each side and my pecker is just sliced down the middle. I'm right on the fence here. Like, I'm sitting, for the first time in my life, no one can be angry at me. I didn't do anything. It's you fuckers that are the ones that are angry at shit. I didn't do anything right now. There might be. I do have some. I took some painkillers for this, and I'm drinking. I'll back out a little. I'll just back off a little, but I think I've got a pretty good point. Viva la difference. Viva la difference. Knowing it caused rifts. Perhaps Hendrix caused rifts as well. Ooh, fighting words back and forward, tit for tat. Was H-Man in the chat earlier? I don't think he was here. I didn't see him, Doug. Unless he popped in, he's probably here in stealth mode. Yo, H-Man. Charlotte, at the end of the day, no matter what we think about the president or Elon, it does nothing to help. They don't care about what we think. That's true. That's true. I've not seen him here. He hasn't done a hen house lately. No, he hasn't. Discord links are not the same as streaming links. True, but if it's in the general linky poo section, which we all know is for the stream, then that is kind of, yeah. He's not opened the hen house in a long time. Yo, Paul on YouTube. Benon, can you please help me? When I try to post a comment on any YouTube video, when I'm typing on an Android phone, nothing is displayed in the comments box. Even before I push send, I tried everything. Hey, Paul, I don't have an Android. I use iPhone, so I don't. And that's my air conditioning remote. Oh, my phone's up there. I can't help you, man. I don't have an Android. That's weird, though. So when you're typing, you don't see anything? I mean, just out of respect to Shyla and Dale here, we're in the middle of a deep argument, and you come in with that. I'm just saying, I don't know if I can even entertain a comments box not working on Android when right now Shyla and Dale are about to slit each other's throats. Just saying. The fence might be a little rough on your prostate issues. It might fix it, Charles. You never know. Could fix it. Dale, okay, I'll tell you what. How about this? I no longer bother to share links. Let's see. Let's see. Look. You can still post links in the linky poos section, but just be aware. And I'm repeating myself, but I'm pretty certain you are aware of this. We won't bring up MSN links on stream. If you want to post other links, and I've got them, dude. Look, where's my other Firefox? Hang on a second. Just so that you know, I've got tabs up the wazoo here from links, right? And now they're all got a preview. Hold on. This is lame. Okay, let me just open these up. I'll just click them. It'll just do it off scene. I'm opening up all these tabs are lined up to watch on stream. Where are we here? Tesla protests are big mad. Democrats something doozy. DEI Democrats in meltdown over Doge. Why Tesla needs me more now than ever. Inside the biggest cargo plane. The true story about Channel 7 lies. Why Star Trek's original captain quit and was recast. I did notice that the first episode's different to the rest of the cast. How Katy Perry and Gayle King are preparing for their glam all-women space mission. Dalika L400 bush camper Tunisia Park Jebediel. Inside Lenny Kravitz's regal Paris home. Police vlogs Corvette patrol in Flowrider. How is paper made from wood? I don't know. World's largest gold deposit. So what I'm illustrating there is I've got tabs up the wazoo, good to go, but you'll notice that none of those are MSN links. All the MSN links I just ignore, and I'm certain you know that. Yeah. I've always been aware of that. Yeah, okay. And I've always been told that some people read my links and like them. Okay, yeah, okay. I never try to silence others. So yeah, look, if it's a case of people are upset that you're posting too many links, that could be it. Sometimes we need to remember that some topics can be triggering for some members. Politically charged content, possibly, Charlotte. But yeah, this goes back to Hendrik and Dale's beef. It's political, right? The whole thing, the whole crux of it is the political thing. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know really where to go from there, because at the moment we're enjoying this launch mission. I can't believe we don't get any footage from inside. So what is up? So Dale, so what I say is up to someone else triggers. So what I say is up to someone else's triggers. I see. I think I know. That's not worded very well, but I think what you're trying to say is that it shouldn't be you that's worried about how someone responds to what you're posting. Is that what you should be able to post what you want, and then someone can respond to it however they want? Yes and no, because we are friends here. That many of us know each other in person, in real life. So posting something online and some anonymous troll getting upset with it or responding or whatever, that's a bit different to actual conversation in real life with someone. Okay, here's another great comment from Paul, just to completely throw me off the topic. He says, I think there's a maximum of 80 comments per subscriber during a live stream. I don't think that exists, but appreciate you trying. I have a good heart and good intentions. Hendrik should know that. Yeah, I think he does. You missed the point, Dale, says Charlotte, but if you were aware and you claim H is your friend, one would think you would tread a little bit lighter. Okay. I've always been a good friend to him. Yes, I also like stuff. I'm just going to fence sit this. Shit, man. Shit, why can't we all just get along, man? I can't even stream without having... No. Look, I've always said if you want to address something in my chat, you're always welcome to. I guess the only yo Doug, that's a dark brew. It is a big black stout, man. Look at that. I guess the only thing that really concerns me here is that, and it seems like the case is pretty clear that Hendrik has kind of backed out, and he either watches in stealth mode and doesn't comment, or he's not watching. And that's a shame when one person's actions have dictated what another person does here in this community, in our chat. That is a shame. I'll edge on that one, right? I'll sit on the fence of Hendrik. I'll put both balls on Hendrik's side for that one, just briefly, right? I'll just dabble on Hendrik's side. If it's stopping him from being here, and he doesn't want to partake anymore because of that, yeah, that's definitely needs resolving. And I feel like it should be resolved potentially off stream between you two, So get a room and sort that shit out. So what's the yeah, okay. There's a delay here, of course. That works for everyone, not just one person. Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone will shit at their own discretion. Not in space though. You got to pull that thing out. It's warm down here. I'm knocking back an Adam's ale. I don't mind that. An Adam's ale. Adam's ale. Hell yeah.
Our astronauts are taking those last views before they get buckled back into their seats. At this point, both craft are descending already.
Oh shit, this is still bleeding. Dale, you've waited for a year for Hendrik to talk privately, and you're still waiting. No DMs on Discord. You can DM. You can DM on Discord. This is the girls in space. Yes, Doug. Yes. Man, the audio feed is lame, isn't it? Their audio is sketchy as.
And you hear
Dragon. Report status. Copy. Whip. Report status. Copy. All astronauts in seat.
So they're on their way back in.
Great piece of news there. All astronauts are back in their seats. You see the two craft now. That on the bottom, that is the rocket that is screaming back down to Earth. The rocket will beat the capsule to its landing spot just 2 miles north of where it's taken off from. At the top of the rocket, you see a couple of fins that have popped out. Those are to stabilize the rocket as it comes into land. Shortly thereafter, you will see the drag brakes that deploy that will cut the speed of the rocket in half. And then in the last moments,
and there it is. We can see it from the stage.
There comes the rocket down. It's going to relight its engine. We're going to see a sonic boom. We're going to hear that shortly here.
And remember, this is something that had never been done before until just a few years ago. Truly the stuff of science fiction.
This is something that has never been done before until just a few years ago. So it has been done before? Why don't you say what you mean?
Done before until just a few years ago. Truly the stuff of science fiction that you're about to watch in just seconds.
Sonic boom.
There we go.
Oh, that's coming in quick. Holy shit.
And booster
Wow.
touchdown. Welcome.
Paul, AI is amazing. A pizza shop in Adelaide will soon be using AI to take phone orders. Take phone orders on with AI. Why would you need AI for that? Can speak 15 language. That's interesting. What's the point of faking that? Yeah, that's a good question. What is the point of faking it? Charlotte, poor mental health is no joke. Take it from me. When a person is struggling with the last thing they want to do is address Trump, Elon crap, private or otherwise. And if it's the only reason, it's pretty petty. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Fair.
Home, New Shepard.
Picture perfect landing right there.
Picture perfect landing.
Right on target.
You see that dust kind of creates this dramatic.
The capsule lands with compressed air.
That reveals the beautiful rocket that has just taken these ladies up to space.
Hey, I got to take a quick whiz here, folks. I'm going to just quickly jump. I was thinking I can see underneath here. I probably should take this off as well. It's still bleeding. If you want to find out how I did this, I'm about to show a video of me. Well, you kind of see a bit of it. I smashed into a reef today on my surfing. Here's the clip. I'll be right back.